Hello everyone. So this is the next reading comprehension passage that you guys are going to solve, and the word limit or word count here is 548 words. Let's read the passage. For better or for worse, race plays a very large part in people's perception of others in the world and in their own society. So they're talking about race, and this race is not that we run in track. This race is the way we live, or this is something biological differentiation which is not scientific, which we will understand in the passage. So the notion of one's own race often influences the actions and interests of an individual, either towards or away from activities typically associated with a group, and in many cases the perception of another individual's race influences the perceiver's actions towards that individual. So from this statement, author is saying that race plays an important part in the way persons behave or an individual behave, and the way individual perceive someone else or another individual. So race is one very important factor which decides this thing. Races are inaccurate as biological categories. Now this is where author is criticizing races. So author is saying races are inaccurate as biological categories. The existence of racism and the genesis of our racial taxonomies themselves in the history of colonialism and slavery argue for abandoning racial categories altogether. So the author is saying that the existence of racism and the genesis of our racial taxonomies, this taxonomies means classification. So he is saying that this existence of racism and racial classification itself lies in the history of colonialism and slavery, and he is saying that something which started in that particular era and which is not right. So we cannot generalize from this statement that anything which was in the history of colonialism and slavery has to be abandoned. It is only for the racism that the author is saying argue for abandoning racial categories altogether. So a question can be found from this statement as well, and you have to be very clear that the author is only talking about racism. We cannot generalize this thing. Few would deny the importance of racial categories in our everyday lives, nor the social problems and conflict race has caused. So author is saying that everyone is affected by races or racism, and they play an important part, as well as they are the cause of social problems and conflicts. Less well known are the scientific problems with race. So he is saying that there are also scientific problems which are not known to the public or to the common man. Racial categories cannot be reconciled with what scientists know about human biological diversity. So the scientists, knowledge of the scientists cannot be reconciled. Reconciled means make together or compared or equivalent to something. So racial categories cannot be reconciled with what scientists know. So they cannot be compared together. Biological races are branches of a species that have been unable to reproduce with each other for a significant period of time. This is the definition of biological races, that those species which are not able to reproduce with each other for a significant period of time constitute races. Their separation may be due to geographic or other barriers, but anatomically members of different races can interbreed since they are of the same species. So it says that they biologically or scientifically, this is how scientists classify races. Breeds of domesticated dogs are an example of races cultivated by humans. So we say that these domesticated dogs are different race than the street dogs or dogs which are used by army people and everyone. In contrast, human groups have interbred for our entire history as a species, and none have been isolated long enough to be considered true races. So he's saying that scientifically we have interbred for our entire history, and no one have been isolated long enough to be considered true races. So everyone has interbred and everyone has traveled from one place to another, and there is no isolated race, so that we can say that it is a true race. The American racial classification system is no more scientifically valid than are other racial taxonomies, local conceptions of race affirmed in other societies or countries. So the author is saying that no one has scientifically correct method, be it American racial classification or other local classifications in different societies and countries. Racial taxonomies in different countries are not biological races, but rather what anthropologist Charles Weigley calls social races. So this anthropologist defines the races that we currently use or the terms that we give. So he says they are not biological races, that is these are not scientific races, they are social races. So these are the groups or clusters or classifications defined by society, not by science. Racial classification presupposes that people with certain phenotypes share a common recent ancestry than others that others do not share. So racial classification presupposes, that means they have this assumption that people with certain phenotypes share a common recent ancestry than that others do not share. So people of one type of characteristics. So phenotypes means characteristics or observational characteristics. So if we see a person and we can define certain characteristics, so those are called phenotypes. So racial classification assumes that people with certain phenotypes share a common recent ancestry that others do not share. So people who look alike of one kind, they share common recent ancestry. However, physical traits are not a reliable indicator of recent shared descent. So this is the author's view, that physical traits are not a reliable indicator of recent shared descent. That means descent means legacy, or we can say that how we who our parents and ancestors and everyone is. So this lineage is called descent, and author feels that physical traits are not a reliable indicator of recent shared descent. There are no sharp borders between human groups as there are between so-called races, because physical traits change gradually. He says that races are very sharply defined, so they have different borders. So people of this cluster are of one race and another cluster is of another race, but that is not between physical trait, because physical traits change gradually. So we cannot say that this particular portion has trait A and second portion has trait B. So there is no proper demarcation. Anatomical features in human populations represent adaptations to evolutionary forces. So he says that anatomical features they represent adaptations to evolutionary forces. Skin color is an adaptation to latitude, facial shape to climate or altitude, and blood type to endemic diseases. Endemic means diseases which are restricted to a particular geographical region or area or location. Any particular trait is shared by groups of people of varied heritages, people who adapted to similar conditions in different parts of the world. So a single trait can be shared by groups of people of varied heritages, people who adapted to similar conditions in different parts of the world. So people who have different descent and from different parts of the place, if they start living in similar conditions in different parts, they will have those similar traits, because these physical traits are not because of descent or other reasons. They are because of different things like latitude, climate, altitude, endemic diseases and everything. Since different features do not vary together, no assortment of traits can accurately delineate any group as a true race. So author says that because the features not vary together, that is they do not change together. Assortment means group. So no group of traits can accurately delineate means demarcate or give border or to give line. So he says that since these features do not change together, so we cannot say that if a particular group of people possessing these features are from race 1 and second category is from race 2 and so on, because they do not vary together. If race were biological, that is scientific, different societies would understand race in similar ways. So author is again saying that if it was scientific, everyone would have understood it in a similar way. Since they are social races, as said by anthropologist Charles Wegley, they are not understood in a similar way. In fact, societies use widely varying criteria to determine race. So different societies use different social parameters to determine race, nor are these criteria all internally consistent. So they are not internally consistent as well. That means they do not behave similarly. They may contradict each other. Although most Americans believe that appearance or genetics form the basis of race, in the United States, a person's race legally is determined by his ancestry, the race of his parents. So in America, though they believe that appearance or genetics form the basis of race, race is determined by the race of the parents. Further, some state laws, legacies of slavery, place biracial individuals into the race of the minority parent without regard to chromosomes or physical appearance. So this is what they are trying to say, that it is internally inconsistent. These criteria all internally consistent, nor are these criteria all internally consistent. So you can see that inside America as well, different states behave differently. In Brazil, on the other hand, people do not consider ancestry when identifying a person's race, and there exist many more racial categories than in the US. So in Brazil, there are many more racial categories. Race in Brazil derives solely from appearance. One's race can change from day to day and may differ from the race of one's family, including that of full siblings. So he says that race can even vary between two brothers and sisters and family members. The racial taxonomies in Brazil and the United States differ, but neither one is based on scientific principles. So he gave example of America and Brazil, and he said that none of them are based on scientific principles. So if we try to find out broad idea of the passage, author is trying to criticize race or the concept of race in the society, and he feels that they should be eliminated as soon as possible because they are cause of social problems and conflict. And he says that there is no scientific evidence on which these races are created. They are social races. So biologically they are not classified. They do not satisfy any criteria given by science. So that is the main idea of the passage. Let's see the questions. So the passage cites Brazil as a country in which racial definitions have a meaning that might not otherwise be readily apparent. The author suggests that a person who is Brazilian might change his race by. So if you remember, in Brazil, it says, on the other hand, people do not consider ancestry when identifying a person's race, and there exist many more racial categories than in the US. A race in Brazil derives solely from appearance. So appearance is the basis of classifying people under different races. So if a person changes his appearance, then he may change his race from earlier race to another race. So we need to look at that option. Altering his birth certificate is not even given in the passage, so it is out of passage. Marrying a person of different race. In Brazil, marriage doesn't classify races. Also in America, race of parents determine race of child. So even if you are marrying someone, your race won't change. Having his DNA tested, since it is not scientifically or biological races and physical traits are considered, DNA is not even in the picture and is not even considered by any of the country given in example, especially Brazil. Getting a suntan. So this changes the appearance of a person. So if he gets a suntan, then he may change his appearance and may be classified into a different race. Surrendering his passport, totally out of scope. So we'll go with option number D. Next, the overall purpose of this passage is to. So before you answer these type of questions, you need to be very clear what is the main idea, and then you can look at the option. So we have already understood from the passage that the main idea is to criticize race and to say that races are not scientific and they should be removed from the society. Now we'll look something of these similar thought process. Present a hypothesis that may explain a recent discovery. So he's not trying to explain anything which is a recent discovery. Compare and contrast two methods of classification. So this is the point given in the passage, but it is not the main idea of the passage. It is an example to substantiate the point that different people or different countries follow different ways of classifying people, and none of it is scientific. So this is also not the main idea. Criticize the basis of a popular belief. This may be the right one. So if we do not have anything other, we may mark this one as the correct answer, because the author is criticizing the popular belief of races, that races do exist, and he feels, or he or she feels, the author feels that races should be done away with. We should eliminate all the racism and races from the society. Point number 4, describe worldwide variations in a cultural phenomena. So he described variations, but that variation was given to substantiate the point that races are not scientific. So it is not the main idea, it is the point which was used by the author to highlight or emphasize on the main point. Praise a widely accepted belief. He has never praised races. So the correct answer is option number C. Let's read the next question. The author of this passage would be most likely to agree with which of the following statements about abandoning racial classification? So if we see the whole passage, author wants racial classification to be abandoned, and he feels that the lot of problems of the society can be eliminated if we remove these racial classification. So we are looking at that point in the options. Let's read the option. We can improve our society through conscious and concerted effort. That is true. If we remove races, then there is a chance that we may remove these social problems and conflict races has caused, and we may improve our society. Let's read other pointers. The United States racial classification system should be replaced with that of Brazil, since none of them is scientifically classification method. So none of it is correct. So author wants both the countries to remove the racial classification system. So it is not correct. It would be disastrous for scientists to strip people of their valued beliefs. It's wrong. Nowhere in the passage author has said something of this sort. All beliefs that are non-scientifically sound should be abandoned. Now this is a classic example of an option which generalizes something which the author has said, and here all beliefs that are not scientifically sound should be abandoned. Author has just spoken about races, and he has said that races are not scientific, and he has given reasons to remove this particular phenomena. This particular passage cannot be generalized to everything which is not scientifically sound should be abandoned. So because of the universal generalization, which is wrong, this option is to be eliminated. Last one. The society has reached the point of no return and nothing can be done to change it. This again is not correct. Nothing, nowhere mentioned in this passage. And we can think that the correct answer will be the option number A, which says that we can improve our society through conscious and concerted effort. Let's move to the next question. The author presents the example of racial classification in the United States in the passage, most probably in order to show that. So why he has given example of racial classification in the United States? He has given that to show that United States is also not following scientific method, and these criterias are not internally consistent. And he has also compared United States with Brazil to show that different countries follow different methods. So these are the few pointers which we will look in the options. Racial taxonomies may be logically inconsistent and widely misunderstood. So makes sense, it is logically inconsistent and widely misunderstood. So this may be the true one. We'll look at other options as well. So the next is, the system of racial classification in North America is grounded in scientific research. That is totally false. Individuals should be allowed to choose and to change their own racial identification. That is also not correct, because there has to be a scientific classification, or there should not be any classification. Author hasn't mentioned anywhere that this is something which is freedom of person or right to choose a race or something like that. Racial classifications are most accurate when they take all factors, appearance, ancestry and DNA into account. Nowhere author has said the parameters that should be taken to make sure that racial classifications are accurate, and he says that these all factors are themselves not consistent. You can read here, any particular trait is shared by groups of people of varied heritages, and since different features do not vary together, no assortment of traits can accurately delineate any group as a true race. So this is a false statement. And the last one, there is not enough being done by the authorities to control this problem. So this is something which we haven't discussed anywhere in the passage, whether there are efforts made by the government or the authorities to control this situation or to control this misconception. So again, this point is out of scope, and we still do not know whether racism or race system is even considered as a problem by the government or the authorities. So we cannot say that this statement is correct. So we'll go with option number 1. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the passage and the explanation. And the best part is that we have started with a series of difficult words, and we'll from these passages, and we'll create image posts for those words, so that you can relate them easily, and you can memorize them, and you can retain them for future uses. We are coming up with different videos on the strategies to crack RCs, and those are going to be really helpful. So make sure that you follow all the series of how to crack RCs, and this is something which will help you improve your percentile and take it to the 99 percentiler group. And guys, if you have liked the video, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please share it with as many friends as you have, with all the people, all the students who are preparing for any kind of aptitude exams. And make sure that you join our FB group and Telegram group, because there are a lot of activities which happen on our FB group and Telegram group. Link of both the groups are in the description, so you can directly join the groups from the descriptions, and those word images will be posted on FB, so you can daily read and go through those difficult word list, and that will help you perform better and prepare better for the exams that you are going to write in November. And after that, that's it guys. Happy learning and enjoy your day.